everyone, it's Miranda here from the Cherish Mum Space Coaching. It's so great to be chatting to you guys today. Okay, so we're going to be sharing a bit today about teaching your child self-compassion. Now, if this is something that you struggle to give yourself, then keep an ear out because you're going to get lots of tips from this video anyway. Otherwise, I'm going to be going into 3 quick tips about how you can teach your child self-compassion. All right, like, subscribe, check it all out, see what you think around my channel. Otherwise, welcome, and I'm so excited to be able to share these tips with you. Let's get started. Why is it important to have self-compassion? Because self-compassion means that you are giving yourself a break. Basically, you're not running yourself into the ground. It's one of the main pillars of well-being is being able to be kind to yourself. And the reason we do well-being in the first place with our kids and with ourselves. Okay, for those of you who don't know, I run a wellbeing channel over at Mrs. Miranda Hodge. That's my other channel, and that's all about women and emotional well-being and spiritual well-being as well, if that's what you are into. Now, teaching your child self-compassion. The first tip that I've got here for you guys today, teach your child, talk to your child about it. Are you giving your body what it needs? Now, what does our body need? You can talk to kids about what plants need. I've got my handy little plant here today. You can talk to kids about what plants need if you want to sort of as a bit of a segue. And you can say plants need water and they need sunlight and they need air and they need soil to grow in. What do you need? What does your body need? And then you can talk about food and you can talk about, a little bit about healthy eating maybe and exercise and sleep and all those things. But what's best for your brain as well as those things? Of course, we need energy and all those things, but what's best for your brain involves having compassion on yourself because it allows your brain to relax a little bit more. Okay, it means that you go, oh, okay, cool, I'm going to give myself a break. It's okay if I make a mistake. And it really leads towards that growth mindset. Now, there's going to be a link somewhere up about here on a growth mindset. So what growth mindset versus fixed mindset, because that's really, really important to know as a parent and as a child and as an educator, if that's what you are. Then growth mindset versus fixed mindset, very important. Self-compassion is a major component of the growth mindset. Being able to go, you know what? I'm going to try again next time. Okay, so that's a really, really important part. So are you giving your body what it needs? And part of that involves self-compassion. Now, the second thing that is really useful, oh so useful when it comes to teaching kids self-compassion is pretending that you are talking to your friend. Now, you guys might have heard of this, pretending that you're talking to your friend. What's your mind saying to itself? I quite often say to my youngest son, because he says, when he comes and says, this is not happening and I'm just terrible at this. And I'm like, you don't let your brain talk to you like that. That's not how your brain's allowed to talk to you. You say, no, I am good at this, or I am a good trier. I use the word trier, even though it's not actually a word, fair enough. I'm good at trying, I'm persevering, I'm really good at these things, I'm going to get better. And again, that's part of the growth mindset, but talking to yourself, how your kids talk to their friends, or should be talking to their friends, is very, very important. So you tell yourself that, you tell your brain that it's not allowed to talk to you like that and that you are doing the best you can. Okay, so talk to your brain like it's your friend because actually it's the closest person or thing ever to you ever. Okay, closest thing to you ever. So you want to make sure that you are looking after each other, you and your brain. And your brain's just trying to protect you, but sometimes it goes a bit far in the protecting and we have to remind it that we're actually good enough at this or big enough to be able to do this. Okay, so teaching that sort of kindness, like how you should be speaking to your friends, is how that you talk to yourself too. Yep, it's really, really important. And parents, don't forget to do it yourself. All right, and the third thing is actually related to that. The third thing that I say in so many of my videos when it comes to teaching skills to children, we need to be modeling it as parents. Now, this sounds easy when you say it fast, but modeling self-compassion to your child involves you doing it to yourself and usually verbally out loud. Obviously, your child can't see when you're modeling self-compassion to yourself when they're not saying anything, but basically going, okay, that didn't work. Oh well, I'm going to try again next time. It's okay. I'll keep trying. I did the best I could there. So some of those different things, or they'll wait for me because I'll be there in just a minute, and that's okay. So really adding those extra things in to say, you know what, it's not the end of the world. Okay, very unlikely that it'll be the end of the world. Maybe it will be, but very, very unlikely. So don't forget to cut yourself some slack. Show your child verbally how you are doing that occasionally. Okay, don't take them into some weird scenario, no, but every now and then let them know, you know what, that didn't work out so well for me, did it? I'll have to try better next time. Okay, just cut yourself some slack and show your child how you're doing it. Okay, so they're my 3 tips on teaching your child self-compassion. Number 1, are you giving your body what it needs? Part of that is self-compassion, growth mindset. Number 2, kindness to our friends is the sort of kindness that we should be showing to ourselves. All right, this is a really, really concrete example for kids. Okay, and the third one is to model it yourself. Now, modeling it yourself, very hard, very worth it, and don't forget to do more of it, parents. Now, there's a little activity around this that I want to share with you guys. Okay, so what I want you to do is to get a piece of paper. You can do this with your child or just with yourself, or both of you together next to each other. Get a piece of paper, and basically on your A4 sheet of paper, or you can print it out from my Etsy store, okay, A4 sheet of paper, draw like a gingerbread man that's meant to represent you. Okay, there should be lots of white space inside it. Draw it so that it's covering nearly to the edges of the page. All right, and what I want you to do with your child is basically to write things in there that are self-compassionate. Okay, so things like, I am not always good at everything, but I'm trying really hard. Things like, I am okay. Things like, oh my gosh, self-compassion. Things like, I'm a great friend. This is all kindness to self stuff. So anything that you would say to someone else that is kind, that you believe about yourself, okay, that you think about yourself, when you think logically, well, I am actually quite a good cook. Okay, well, I am actually this. What I do is this. How I feel is this. Think about some different things that are really, really great self-compassion things that you can say to yourself. And then think about also when things go wrong, what things can you say to have self-compassion? Okay, and help your child do the same thing. Now, this sounds really simple again, but it's so useful because it really reminds you, seeing it there on the paper, really reminds you of those things that actually are very, very helpful and that you think about yourself. If you don't think them, then maybe have a little column for things that I would like to think in the future, and then you can start working on them because you've put them there, they're physical, they're on the page, and you can start really visualizing and moving towards those things. All right, so there you go. Teach your child self-compassion, 3 ways to do it, and another little activity in there for you. I hope you guys have an amazing, beautiful, epic day. And other than that, it's Miranda from the Cherish Mum Space Coaching and Mrs. Miranda Hodge out. Catch you later. Bye.